The tensions with China helped Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe get a bill through the upper house of parliament. It's a controversial law to protect official secrets. In the upper house, wild scenes as opposition lawmakers tried to stop the bill from going to a final vote. They failed after the ruling coalition forced the bill through a special committee. Later, the government used its majority to get the bill passed into law. Outside the parliament, thousands of protesters formed a human chain around the parliament building. This woman said she was worried about Japan's future.
My house was burnt to the ground during the firebombing of Tokyo during World War II. Our entire family knows how much pain war can bring. This secrets bill is something which will lead the way to war, and I definitely do not want it to pass. So I came here.
The law has also come under fire from journalist organizations and civil libertarians. But what about public opinion and Japan's social media? Here's our contributor in Tokyo, Toshi Maeda.
Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's justification of his new state secrecy law is that without it, Japan's allies, especially the United States, would be reluctant to share national security information. The law aims to set more severe punishment to government workers who leak information categorized as classified and also punish journalists who seek out such state secrets. The law has instantly divided the country. A recent survey by the Kyoto news agency shows about 50% of the population is against the law, while 36% support it. However, another poll conducted by a TV network reveals the opposite. It shows 57% support the bill. The law allows the government to classify 23 vaguely worded types of information related to defense, diplomacy, counterintelligence, and counterterrorism. They'd be kept secret for up to 6 decades. The law was approved by the Japanese parliament this week. The critics' main points of opposition are that the law is currently so vague that too many subjects could be labeled as state secret, and so undermine Japan's democracy, not to mention the people's access to public information. This Twitter user says the state secrecy law is not aimed at terrorists or spies, but the Japanese people who can no longer be fooled. Not after the crumbling of the safety myth of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. We are very near to a police state. Many fear a return to a country resembling that of pre-war Japan, where freedom of expression was severely controlled. This tweet reads, if this law takes effect, it means that the arrest of the person who leaked the secret will be kept a secret too. Among the merits of having such law, this tweet points out a Japan that can defend its country and achieve real independence. A Japan that can guard against China and North Korea. A Japan whose domestic affairs are not interfered with. And a Japan that is trusted by its allies. This supporter writes, many who oppose the bill are not aware that the safety of the Japanese people can be compromised by leaks of government information. They ignore the merits of the law. But those who agree that Japan needs stricter secrecy laws also insist that the law being debated today needs to be treated carefully. This participant in an online opinion poll says, I cannot fully support the bill because it is still too vaguely written, but Japan needs a law that defends the secrecy of the state like any other country. It would seem that what the Japanese see as an escalation of Chinese provocation in recent years is leading to an increasingly visible sense of fear and rising nationalism in Japan. The fact that China reaffirmed its claim on a disputed chain of islands by drawing a new air defense zone over the East China Sea during Japan's secrecy debate has helped speed it through parliament. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Abe, whose economic policies seem to be working for now, still enjoys about 60% of support from the Japanese public, even if his critics say his political actions have become increasingly heavy-handed. For LinkAsia, I'm Toshi Maeda in Tokyo.
U.S. airwaves, a global channel of uncompromising stories. World news, documentaries, entertainment, and culture. Link TV, connecting you to the world. For more information, visit linktv.org.